Adelaide Entertainment Centre on an historical night for football, the Port Adelaide Football Club's first of the firsts. A celebration of Port Adelaide's past, present and an insight into the future with the launch of Port Adelaide's much-awaited AFL Guernsey's nickname, logo and, of course, those colours. And thanks to SES 8 in the southeast and RTS 5A in the Riverland, our telecast tonight will be going right across the state. Now, hasn't there been some interesting media hype in the last few weeks? I guess we were responsible a little bit for that too at Channel 7. But all the media wanted to know about the Guernseys, the colours, and we tried to find out. And to the credit of the club and the officials that knew, it's been a very close-guarded secret, and well done to them. But we had the Port Pirates, we've had the Black Diamonds, we've had Port Power was mooted, we had the Cockle Divers. We even had today in the paper, I read, the Port Tugs or the Port Tuggers. And what about Cornsey's, the Galahs? All I can say, Graham, is if the beak fits, wear it. As we came in tonight, we were given a little pass, and I don't know how many can see it, but it's a white question mark on a black background. Maybe we're the Port question marks. I mean, we'll find out later on. I don't know. I asked not to be told because, like you, I want to be as surprised and excited as we all are when we do find out. OK, on with the show. To a man who can't keep a secret, one of Port Adelaide's favourite sons, a champion, also my 7 Nightly News colleague, Bruce Abernathy, with a look at our club's fabulous history.
Thanks very much, John. Well, it's an absolute honour and a pleasure to be here tonight. My luckiest break was growing up in the Port area and getting to play for Port Adelaide. It really is the birth of a new era for Port Adelaide, and if the past is anything to go on, we've all got plenty to look forward to. And all that enthusiasm and optimism is due to the past 125 years.
It's been 125 years of success in anyone's language. 32 times Port Adelaide has won the premiership, including 9 of the last 18. And on another 34 occasions, the club has finished runner-up. Port Adelaide has also won the Australian Championship 4 times, and you must wonder if anyone will ever come close to the record 6 flags in a row. All that success was reflected individually, with 17 Magarey medals heading down the Port Road, and on 34 occasions, the leading goal kicker wore a Port Adelaide Guernsey. What this club hasn't done in football isn't worth doing. It's a past you can certainly smile upon.
Successive year, creating an Australian record, a South Australian.
In your eyes, I get lost, I get washed away.
It's here for West Adelaide. Right half, back flank. Up on the air there, forward, he gets it off hands.
Motley's drop kick is on target and is taken in a leading mark by Phil. sizzling speed and balance, Luke races away to goal. And the Luke...
Up high went Curtis, worked it back to Palmer. Favouring the screw punt, has got a ton of distance.
Earl leaps, Evans, runs with his feet in there, gives a handball across, here's a chance. On from Russell, back to Kinnear in the 1-2, over the half-forward line, Port Adelaide build it well, Evans gets after it. In goes Williams, the left foot kick away, has defeated Norwood, 9-9.
Football, Port Adelaide clear. Quinlan sizes up the goals, goes the distance, the wind pushes it across the face of goal, but Evans was a long ball. Oh, up goes Granger. Fine mark, quickly moves it to Bradley.
Brown, quick kick away, and Grenbold under that, and loses it. Oh, quick pace, puts it back. What will happen here? I think select by his first goal.
Aaron Smith, they have the numbers. Over to Marnie, here's another goal for the Magpies. Hodges can kick his third and he can pick it up. Still in play, Tregenza off the half-forward line. The young sensation kicks towards goal and they are a tenacious outfit. Port Adelaide is a chance. Hodges! The kick is a beauty, Pedler! The veteran, up goes Hodges, a chance for Smith, he goes wide. Williams, around the body. It's Wakeman, good looking drop punt, where's Hodges? Here's the danger now, make it, Jason. It's given Hodges, who's got a head of steam up, a bit of a chance around the body, beautifully. His game, and he's for Port Adelaide.
Joining me now, a famous son of South Australia, a man who has publicly supported Port Adelaide's most recent bid to secure the second licence in the AFL. He was a fearless footballer who played for and captained West Adelaide, South Australia, Glenelg and South Adelaide. He also coached West, South, Glenelg, Centrals and West Torrens. Now one of the game's most astute TV commentators, of course, on the 7 network. I'm talking about the boundary rider himself and a South Australian football legend, Neil Knuckles Curley. Now, Curls, you used to work for the Crows. What are you doing here?
I like it here. and I used to work for the Crows, not anymore.
Okay, well, why do you think Port got the nod?
Well, without question, they've been the most successful SANFL side in this state in the history of the game. And I'd just like to pay a tribute to 3 men who, in my time against Port Adelaide, and I used to hate them, but I always admired them. I think one person's not with us now, the late Bob McLean. I thought, just really wrote the book. On how a football club should be run and administered. Also, number 2, of course, with us tonight, the great Foss Williams as a player and a coach. To play under Foss at state level was just 100% commitment all the time. And of course, your present coach, John Cale, I think has carried on that great tradition.
Absolutely. That's 3.
And I think my vibes tell me there's a 4th one in the making too.
Name names?
I think young Brian Cunningham will be a great
administrator.
Indeed.
Please thank Neil Curley. Okay, to another 7 employee. Gee, we're thick on the ground tonight. Please welcome to the stage one of Port Adelaide's staunchest supporters. I know that, I've had talks with him, who ironically once trained with Glenelg, injuring his knee and depriving him of 12 months on the world squash circuit. A former world number 1 ranked player, now firmly entrenched back at Albertson. Ladies and gentlemen, my work colleague, Chris Dittmar. Good. Well, I've just mentioned that you work with us at 7 Nightly News. Not very well, but you do. Now, just tell us from your perspective, how hard has it been for the media to get something on this secret tonight. You know, for the last 3 weeks we've been banging our heads against the wall.
I'll tell you what, I think the club has been everything you would hope an AFL club would be. They've been shifty and nasty, and they've really just kept everything under wraps. So I think it's fair to say we're here tonight and we really are none the wiser.
Yeah, it's been a great secret.
Yeah.
Well, have you got a tip for us? Colours, logo?
Oh, I've got a tip. I guess my favourite would be the Magpies. But I guess we've been told we can't have that. I don't know. I'll go for the Pirates, I guess.
Go for the Pirates?
I will.
All right. Colours?
Okay. Black, white, silver and blue.
All
just
right.
a stab in the dark.
We shall see. Thank Chris Smith.
Okay, thanks, mate. Thanks a lot.
Chris? Okay. The late Bob McLean once called our next guest the finest exponent of Australian rules that he ever saw. One of the 3 surviving members of the historic 1936 side, captain coach in 1939, 1940, 45, 46 and 47, 231 games and 2 Magarey medals. I'm talking about the legend of 80 years of age, Bob Quinn. He's with Bruce Abernathy.
Thanks very much, Jack. And the incredible thing is, amongst all that, Bob Quinn squeezed in 4 years in the Second World War. Bob, the changes in the club since your era and now, what do you think?
Oh, well, the club has always been a wonderful club, and it's been up to standard with every other club over every year that they've ever played. But of course, facilities today are so marvellous, and so are the players. And I suggest that no one that's playing for Ports today must look back and eulogise the people before them, because they are just as good as anyone that ever played for the club.
And Bob, the new Guernsey, what would you like to see carried on through?
Well, as far as the new Guernsey is concerned, so long as it's got black and white in it, I'm happy.
Thanks very much, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. And thanks, Bruce. Now, it's not an all-male review tonight. Next up, the lone female member of our group of heroes, an international athlete of rare talent who starred recently at the Goalface in the World Netball Championships, the wife of Darryl Borlace. Please welcome Jenny Borlace. Well, over the excitement yet, you won the championship. You've had all the parades.
Yes, have come down slightly, but tend to go up and down a bit over the last few weeks.
See, more parades than the VP diggers, I reckon.
Yeah, it's great to see how Australia has recognised netball over the past few weeks, and I really think that netball in Australia does deserve the recognition it has received.
Absolutely. Now, we need a woman's perspective. Colours. Logo.
Well, when I think of Port Adelaide, I think of tradition and success. Therefore, I'd really like to see a bit of blue incorporated into the Guernsey. And because Port Adelaide is located with wharfs and things, I think Pirates would be a great way to go.
We shall see. Thanks, Jenny.
Thank you.
Our next guest on stage is the man who was the head of the independent group which unanimously awarded Port the second AFL licence, and is currently the chairman of the SNFL Commission and has devoted a lifetime to football administration. Please welcome Mr. Max Bashir. Very nice and close. Max, your views, 2 clubs in Adelaide. How do you think it'll go?
Fantastic.
Yeah. What about down at Footy Park? Have we got enough seats there for that big first home game between Port Adelaide and the Crows?
There'd never be enough seats anywhere in the world to fit the crowd in. We'll go to that game, but I think you'll find that the people of South Australia will watch an AFL game every week. There'll be many more people watching Australian football, and I think it's going to be a marvellous situation.
Now, besides the gate profits of those matches, benefits here for South Australians?
Oh yes, well, of course our league doesn't get much from the profits of those matches, as you know. Ross Oakley's here, he takes most of it. But I hope that we can further improve the facilities at Football Park for the public, because we're in need of doing that, and let's hope with 2 teams playing out of Adelaide, football will be the beneficiary and the public will benefit as well.
Absolutely. I think we need another grandstand too, Max.
Yeah.
Thanks, Max Bashir.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, Max. Okay, born in the northern country town of Quorn, our next guest was one of 4 brothers to play league football. He played for 13 seasons, was captain coach for 9 seasons and led Port Adelaide to an Australian record 6 premierships. He represented South Australia a staggering 34 times and can boast many more highlights to an astonishing career. An astute tactician, a great player and an outstanding coach. I'm talking about the great Foss Williams. He's with Bruce Abernathy.
Thanks, John, and it is an honour to be here with Foss. Foss, the 50s. I certainly remember what you've done for Port Adelaide, Foss. As I said, a man that's probably done more for this club on field than any other person. Foss, in the 50s, you set out to build a club that just wouldn't accept second, would it?
No, Bruce, it wasn't. What we did in those times, it was in the interstate games, really, that I was impressed by the speed the Victorians got rid of the ball and the leg power they developed and the courage they went in with after the football. And I think that Port Adelaide was planned along those lines.
Now, Foss, do you think Port Adelaide will succeed in the AFL?
Well, it's a guessing game, I think, Bruce. It gets back to the fact, well, do we have a full forward? Is he injured or is he coming forward? And can we find a 6'10" ruckman somewhere or other? I think we need those 2 sort of players in the team to be successful during 1996.
I think we have the people in place to find them. Thanks very much, Foss.
Thanks, Bruce, and thanks, Foss. Last but not least, another Port legend who is still building a sensational record right on the front line for Port Adelaide. He had 16 seasons and 264 games as a player, Port captain from 67 to 73, a regular state representative, and the man who will guide Port to back-to-back premierships, no doubt, this year. I'm talking about our coach, John Cale. Fantastic. And you're reasonably popular.
No, that's great. Thank you.
John, can I ask you, the last 2 seasons and perhaps more pointedly this season, has it been tough to keep focus on what you're going about, the SNFL season, with all this AFL hype?
No, the players have been very, very good. They've just focused in. Today was the only time, and Brian Cunningham didn't tell me that he'd had the players down here for 2 hours today, and they ran up the aisle and back. Any chance to show off, they love it. And so they ran harder than they do on a training track today. But no, they've focused very, very well. The administration has kept the AFL away from the playing side, and the players have just focused into the game. So it's been tremendous, John.
Now, there's an AFL coaching job coming up, hopefully next year when we go in. You've been in the VFL and did a good job. Would you put your hand up, do you reckon?
Yes, I'd love to. I think anyone being connected with the first time in the AFL would love it.
Well, I was going to ask for the crowd's response. What do you reckon? Coach Cale for the job? Okay. Please thank John Cale.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, time to take a break from footy. Joining us, our very special guest for this evening, one of Adelaide's greatest success stories, who started his rock and roll career with a bunch of guys known as Cold Chisel down at the Largs Pier. And I'm pretty sure I had my first beer there as well. He's a Port Adelaide fan from way back. Welcome home, Adelaide's Jimmy Barnes.
It's a new single.
When you cut undone, you never give me any warning. When you cut undone, it's just like a winter's morning. Yeah, you come on like an avalanche all over me. I've never seen it coming. It happens every time. Turn off the heat and leave me cold before I know I'm all alone. You made up your mind when you cut undone. You never give me any warning. When you cut undone, it's just like a winter's morning. Yeah, when I think I'm doing mine, you let me know that I crossed the line. And there's nothing left to say. If you forgive my little slip and maybe want to just bite your lip, I'll just go away when you come undone. Hey, hey, this love of ours is divine now. Surely you would see me cry and hold me in your arms. 'Cause I can give everything you need if you would just believe in me. Show me all your charms when you come undone. You never give me any warning. Oh, when you come undone, just like a winter's morning. Oh yeah, when you come undone, you never give me any warning. Oh yeah, when you come undone, it's just like a winter's morning. Yeah, come on now. When you come undone, oh baby, when you come undone, yeah. Oh, when you come undone.
Oh, I guess you guys want to watch football and sort of tackle each other and shit, don't you? Well, what are you sitting down for? Can you stand up? You like to stand up here? Yeah, we could sort of, rock a bit, do something. Come on! Oh! Happy guy can stand up too, it's okay.
Working hard to make a living, bringing shelter from the rain. For the son left to carry on through dinner in his bed. Oh, he's a working class man. Oh, he's a steel-time disciple. Oh, he's a legend of his time. Running like a cyclone across the wild Midwestern sky. Whoa, he's a working class man. Whoa, believe the guy now. He gets out when he can. Then it's time to be out. There's nothing I'm gonna say. He's a simple man with a heart of gold in a complicated land. Oh, he's a working class man. Well, he loves a little woman, but you best not tell his wife, because she's gonna cut his balls off with a 6-inch carving knife. He ain't worried about tomorrow, cause he just made up his mind. Life's too short for burning bridges. I'll take you one day at a time. He's a working class man. Well, he's a working class man. Ah, yeah. Well, he's a working class man. Working class man. Ah, yeah. Working class man. I tell ya, he's a working class man.
Please welcome to the stage the man that led the successful team that made it all happen, the president of the Port Adelaide Football Club, Mr. Greg Bolton. Well, a hard act to follow, Jimmy Barnes, because I know you can't sing, but...
Loved his last song, eh? Working Class Man.
That's us.
Great.
Well, Greg, tell us, why did Port get the nod over the others?
3 or 4 major reasons. I think definitely our 125-year history, led by such greats as Foss and Jack and Big Bob. You know, we had that foundation to start from. Secondly, we clearly had a real passionate and dedicated supporter base. And thirdly, I think our financial package just outshone everyone.
Well, you can see the support here tonight, of course.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Well, Greg, I'm dying to know, the thousands out here are dying to know, amongst other things, the Guernsey, but what's the latest on 96? Are we going ahead? Do we know?
Well, we don't know, but we're going ahead. Ross is sitting up there somewhere, but the AFL Commission have told us they won't go to 17 sides, but be ready. And the AFL Commission are clear on our plans and our funding, and we're ready to go.
All right, 96. Well, we all hope it is 96. We could walk in there 96 and hit them between the eyes, can't we?
We're ready. We'll have a competitive side, big sponsors, and most importantly, our Port Adelaide traditional supporter base.
Fantastic. Can you tell us some of the benefits of Port Adelaide going into the competition for the community and South Australia for that matter?
Well, certainly for the community, it means everyone will be able to go to a game, get more games live, a lot of extra TV coverage. To the SANFL, it'll be excellent. It'll mean some extra profits and extra involvement in development and junior football. To South Australia in total, there'll be more focus on South Australia and, of course, on the Port Adelaide Council area.
Now, of course, you mentioned television there. Of course, you mentioned the 7 network.
Yes.
We'll definitely be on board. Now, you've kept it a fantastic secret. How tough's that been?
Very tough. Probably only for the last 2 months that we've really known the final name and some idea of the colours. But our board have been very strong and have kept it pretty well under covers.
Well, you and I went on the Odyssey, the Port Odyssey this year with Greg and Brian. 8 days, I plied them with alcohol and all sorts of other favours that I won't go into, and you still held your ground. I don't know.
No, none of us want to go to jail, John. We've signed agreements and that was it.
All right, please thank Greg Bolton. Let's now take a look at the video that played such a big part in nailing that second AFL licence.
The Port of Adelaide was born under adversity. Nature was one opponent. The new colony's government was another. But still, the new port thrived as it fed a new and growing state. Without Port Adelaide, South Australia would have starved. The people were survivors too, and the spirit of Port Adelaide was born. Within 30 years, that spirit created the Port Adelaide Football Club. It became the heart and soul of the district, providing the identity, respect and success the people wanted. It provided a culture not bound by geography, but by an intense desire to succeed against the odds. And that culture provided Australia's most successful senior football club.
What I consider the real football clubs of Australia. A real hard-nosed, tough, prepared to work at the game, to develop the game as a part of its structure, particularly in Adelaide, but also in Australia. And Port Adelaide was one of the clubs that I earmarked as a club.
Football is a game of the people, for the people. The football public want Port Adelaide. Healthy competition is about rivalry and intangible that can't be manufactured, only harnessed.
There certainly is an antagonism towards the Crows, and providing it's kept in its right context, that's a very, very good thing. And I think they'd make an ideal club to add to the AFL, in my opinion. I think it'd be just great.
Port fans have the least interest in attending Crows games.
We've got a team there that's been a traditional competitive team that's dominated the local competition that everybody either hates or loves, and you can understand why people think, well, here's a natural division between one group of football people and another group, and if we can somehow harness those, we've got a natural competitive edge.
The public see Port as the Crows' natural rival, nearly 60%. That's a healthy rivalry compared with 14% for Norwood and Sturt.
Port Adelaide is already a fierce rival of Adelaide's. Port is still a fiercely working class club, and its fans shun Adelaide as a yuppie playground.
Off the field, it's the same story. Port Adelaide, Australia's most successful club, hasn't got one official associated with the Adelaide Crows.
Port Adelaide should be the second team from South Australia. We've had the contrived. Now is the time for the AFL to admit Australia's most successful football outfit to the competition.
The emotion and the passion that you play for clubs, that could not possibly come from a side that is just grab one here, grab one there. I know that they're all good players, don't get me wrong, but I really think that the thing that they miss out on is not being really part of the growing up and the breeding of the player. When you pull on a Port jumper, you grow another leg. Similar to the Collingwood situation, I often feel that sometimes ordinary players seem to play a little bit above themselves simply because of the way the club is, and I think the things that you're taught by the peers and the people around you, and I'm certain that that's one of the reasons for Port Adelaide's great success.
Mark Williams captained Collingwood and, along with Craig Bradley, Martin Leslie and Danny Hughes, rewarded their adopted clubs by winning Best and Fairest awards.
It's the kind of club that once you've been here, you always feel part of. I know that Greg Phillips and I, when we came back from Victoria, it wasn't a matter of which club because we always knew we'd end up back here.
Port Adelaide continues to provide AFL standard players, products of a winning culture and ability to develop and identify talent.
I'm very proud coming from the black and white back in Adelaide, and they've always had great people behind the club, and they've always been, first. If not, they've always been up there.
Success comes from stability. Just 4 coaches in the past 40 years, 11 presidents and 9 chief executive officers since 1909. It's meant profitability and the building of assets greater than any other SANFL club. In the AFL, Port would generate greater income than any alternative, and that's good news for the SANFL, the AFL and football.
If you want the common sense option, listen to people who have enormous experience, no local vested interest, and just the good of competitive, exciting SA-based football at heart.
Since Port's initial bid was thwarted in 1990, the club is focused for 1996. Tangible preparations include a gymnasium, the envy of AFL teams, a complete club facility with a full bar and a restaurant, and a full quota of 40 poker machines in the refurbished auditorium. All this 5 minutes from Football Park makes it very inviting after a game. Sponsors have also made their intentions clear. 2 national companies, Scott's Transport and Cash Converters, are, like the club, ready to go in 96. Many others want to support the club, the value being Port Adelaide's brand separation from other AFL clubs. Naturally, an extensive and detailed business plan along with marketing and football strategies is also in place. Port Adelaide is the perfect AFL package. It generates real football emotion from South Australia's biggest, strongest and most fanatical supporter base outside the Crows.
If common sense has anything to do with the decision, there can only be one choice for 1996. For all the same reasons we've come to hate them, Port must join the AFL.
If you don't love them, you hate them. That's real football rivalry from a culture so different from the Adelaide Crows. It's the only true rival. Port Adelaide has the heritage, the facilities, the financial and marketing expertise, and the best-known football name outside the AFL. Port Adelaide can take to the national stage a football club with real heart, real soul, and a burning desire. A club proud of the past, confident of the future. Port Adelaide, the people's choice, the only choice.
Okay, Greg, what else have you got in store for us?
Well, we've still got a few surprises up our sleeves, but I can tell you that very shortly the history of Port Adelaide, our past and the future, will come to life in front of everyone here tonight.
And that includes the new nickname?
Most definitely the new nickname. Our name will always be Port Adelaide Football Club, but we'll have a new nickname.
How did we come up... yeah, they like that. How did we come up with that nickname?
Well, a lot of time and a lot of thought went into it. We wanted to be sure that we couldn't duplicate the magpie. The magpie's been very good for us, and we didn't want some animal or some bird to take its place. So a lot of thought, and it wanted to demonstrate to people our on-field, hard-hitting desire.
And that also was one of the closely guarded secrets as well.
Yes, we've kept that pretty well quiet.
Well, we've waited long enough, I reckon. What do you think? I know I'm in suspense. 8,000 people here tonight are in suspense, and thousands others around the state are just dying to know the first snippet that we're going to offer tonight. I guess we should move towards that nickname.
We should. Remember, everyone, Port Adelaide Football Club, the last 125 years, Port Adelaide Football Club forever is our company name.
Take it away.
I'm pleased to advise all our supporters, all our followers of yesterday and today and the future that the new nickname will be Port
Power.
Something under the seat.
9.
I wouldn't touch that.
8. On that rocket. 7.
I just want to borrow it.
6.
We're going to get ourselves killed.
5. They got my girl. 4.
Stand clear.
3, 2, 1. Blast off for this season's biggest adventure.
Now an opportunity for Williams. Sanders is met solidly. Great play, Stephen Williams. And a brilliant handball out towards the running Hutton as the Magpies go forward once more.
Through his third. Great goal. 11-11 plays 1-6. Ball forced in now. Here's a chance. Hodges, if he can pick it up. Hodges! Oh, brilliantly done. Into attack goes Port Adelaide. How's Steve Hodges? A brilliant start for the Magpie. Here's a chance. Darren Smith. Good run through him. Willett just crashes through the pack. Hutton shoots for goal. He's got it. Oh, what a goal. Hodges can kick his third, and he has. So that's a magnificent kick. Minutes gone, the Magpies quarters. There it is. Port Adelaide champions.
Port Power. What do you think? Fantastic. Part of the secret is out. We've got the nickname, we've got the colours, and we love it, don't we? Go the Powers! All right, let's find out what you really think. Let's go down to Bruce Abernathy. He's with the fans on the floor.
Thanks very much, John. I think that was a thumbs up, but I'm with a young lady who doesn't hold back on her opinions. Vonnie Williams, the better half of Foss and Von. In fact, Von's produced more games for Port Adelaide than any of the boys in the family. Von, your opinion first up.
Well, I think it's great. It's a nice, strong name. And as long as all the players and officials make sure that the power is the thing.
Now, the Magpies, I know we all love that, but we're going to the AFL and we needed something new to embody all the qualities of the Port Adelaide Football Club. Do you think the Port Power is the right one?
Yes, it definitely is. And I'm sure that they'll give a good account of themselves.
Now, Von, obviously, as like everyone else here, we're hoping they're straight in next year. You'll be a one-eyed black, white and something else, I believe.
Definitely so. I'll go along to every match like I always have for the Port Adelaides. I've never missed one.
All right, Vonnie. Well, thanks very much. I know you're not shy on your opinions. Back to you, Jack.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks, Von. OK, folks, it's only the long-awaited Guernseys to come. We want to know what Port will be playing in, hopefully, next year. But first, Port has always been a people's club. And to salute you, the people of Port Adelaide. Okay. Well, the whole secret is now out. Please welcome the Chief Executive Officer of the Port Adelaide Football Club, Brian Cunningham. You sly dog. I had no idea. That is sensational.
It is great, isn't it? And it's
People
taken
love
us
it.
a long time, and it's terrific to see the response out there. It's fantastic. It's all we could have hoped for, so thank you for that.
Brian, how did we arrive at the colours that we see before us?
Well, we've gone through a process that I guess most of you are pretty well aware of. We went to the public and our supporters and members and whatever, and we had 500 odd entries in a competition back in April. We assessed all of those, went through the routines. We got special people in to have a look at the designs. And in the end result, we came up with what you see over there, which we think as a board is fantastic.
All right, I noticed there are three of them. Let's go over to Bruce and see if we can find out what is what.
You're correct, John. There are three, and who cares what Guernsey thinks, as if he'd know. Let's find out from someone who does know. Tim Ginniver. Captain, which Guernsey are you wearing, Tim?
Actually, Bruce, I'm wearing the home strip, and I'm going to grovel and hope I'm in this first team.
And this is the right place to do it. Vice Captain Roger Delaney. Roger, you got the second strip. What's that one?
This is the away one, ABBA, and it's fantastic, and a lot of black and white in it, the traditional port.
And what do you think of it?
Magnificent, mate, magnificent.
And of course, champion goal kicker Scott Hodges in the third type. I think it must be my suit. Scotty, which Guernsey have you got on?
Well, all Guernseys are good, Bruce. This Guernsey I am wearing is our Anti-Cup Night Series Guernsey. So, but I think the whole three of them deserve a real big round of applause.
Okay, they've gone out an absolute treat. Now, it's not over yet. The people can still go and have a bit of a say about them if they want.
Well, exactly right. We're going to have the three Guernseys down at the club rooms, and we'd welcome all of our supporters and friends and everyone, the public of South Australia, to come down, have a look at them. That's what we think, in terms of the board, the three should be. We're pretty sure that Tim's Guernsey is the one that we would say is the home Guernsey, but you let us know if you come down to our one.
All right. Folks, we're running out of time. I'd like to ask all the players and our guests that have been a part of our telecast and our presentation tonight to come back on stage for the final farewell. On behalf of Port Adelaide and Channel 7, thank you very much. And please sing along. Come on, you know the words.
Here's to the 95